This is what I wanted. A lot of skins, man. Creeper. Oh, look how wobbly I am. I bet I'm gonna hate that later. Ugh. Why would they add this skin? It just makes everything more distracting. Why can't I go in here? Let's take it slow. Alright, let's take it slow. I don't know how I did this the first time, but I did. I want to figure this out. Yep. I don't want to figure it out. That's so unpleasant to look at. Man, come on. Checkpoint. A B. Lord knows I'm gonna need it. It's like they engineered it so that you would do that, right? Because they have a hole in the middle of that. So it's like they were like, yeah, this is gonna fucking happen. Look, it's made to do that. That's not an obstacle, okay? That's like that's a trap. That's what that is. That is a trap. Ooh. Ooh. Minecraft Steve noises. Ooh, okay, here we go. Yeet! Right, that was... I don't know what the benefit of that was. Maybe I was supposed to save it for this. I probably was. Probably was supposed to save it. I don't know, I'm just so used to being told that whenever you get a power-up, you're supposed to use it instantly. Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, boom! I almost did something smart, but the developers wouldn't want that from me. Complete intermediate, you guys. Did I play enough of the game to not enjoy it? Do I enjoy the game now that I've played this far? No. Only partially. Alien. Am I supposed to use it now? Oh dear God. Fuck. Oh. I see. I was supposed to get that one, but I didn't. Here we go, here we go. Am I gonna make it? I'm not. Okay. It's fine! Good time. Okay. That was the strat. That was the strat. I got it this time. Perfect landing. 10 out of 10. We're gonna do it. Okay. Alright. Great. Wonderful. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. I fell again. Will I ever learn my lesson? No. This one looks kind of interesting. A bad way, am I right? Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, what if I just go down here, like a pro? God damn it. Like, I know that I'm not good at this game. And so, a lot of my criticisms won't be valid, because the developers are just gonna be like, maybe you should practice more. And be like, maybe you should shut your fucking... Fuck the ice. Fuck the ice. I hate the ice. I hate the ice. Oh my, I didn't even bounce there. Why didn't I bounce? So unpleasant. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god. Of course, Booster got it in 12.4 seconds. I'm gonna look at the next level. Okay. It's a gem level. It's a... Bro, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. No. I'm going to quit this game now. I don't want to play anymore. This is Green Hill Zone. Now, before I go into what the developers say, I want to review my review. I'm going to take a drink of water, as you all should, right now. Alright, so first I'm going to go over and just read the entire review, and then I'm going to actually give my thoughts and opinions on it. While I would like to give this game a positive review, there are just too many key things about it that I did not enjoy to do so. Don't get me wrong, this game is fun, pretty damn beautiful, and well made. There are several aspects of the game that, in my opinion, are poorly done. I put far too many commas in that sentence. Level design is absolutely key to a game like this, and that includes how many levels there are in each section. The enjoyable things about similar titles, such as Super Monkey Ball, is that when you go into the beginner stages, there's only 10. Then the next set of levels has 30, then the next has 50. Sure, having 20 in each set might be better for some, but having a small amount of beginner stages sets the player up to feel satisfied and accomplished before moving on to the next set of stages. Marble Skies kind of neglects that, but that's not a big issue. My issue is how some levels are just plain boring, while others are frustrating or unfortunately designed. One involves a large pit you have to jump into, but the camera stops you from looking at the marble from more than a 45-degree angle. This kind of ruined it for me because I could barely see what I was going into. Another involves a precision-based jump to a moving platform, but the slippery friction combined with the very quick, floaty momentum makes it somewhat annoying. The worst for me was the back and forth level. The first half was fine, but once you go down a couple levels, you are met with a long stretch of land with speed power-ups down the middle, and a ramp at the end. Naturally, I sped down, prepared to be launched really high, and was met with a hazard bar slapped in the middle of the ramp. I'm not sure what the intention was with this last portion of the map, but it completely killed that level for me. The design for it was just bad. You can't set the player up for something, then tell them they can't finish it. Perhaps I misread the level, but that was what seemed right to do for me. Designs like these just made it unenjoyable for me personally, not even because the level was challenging, but because the level design made it unpleasant to play. I'm a real scholar over here. The gem levels are also uninteresting. They're typically easy to get, but a lot of the levels they're on are either symmetrical, forcing you to have to go to both sides of the level to repeat what you've already done, or the game puts the goal in your line of sight, but makes you go down the rest of the level. One thing I enjoyed about Super Monkey Ball was that it let you get to the goal early if you wanted to. Sure, having a few gem levels is fine, but not letting the player attempt a risky jump to reach the goal early because they need more gems is kinda lame. Another small thing was with the achievements. I'm sure in my time playing I'd probably fall off well over 100 times, but 1,000 times? It seems like a cheap way to lure in achievement hunters to play the game for hours. Not to mention getting any world record is just about impossible when people are using a speed glitch to get them. 100%ing this game would take far longer than it would be worth. Lastly, the controller support is weird for this one. It randomly stops on some menus and just doesn't work at all in the options. Plus the volume sliders make it seem like it has a wide range, but when you click apply it just rounds to the nearest quarter. It should just move up by increments of 0.25 instead. Overall, I didn't enjoy the game enough to give it a positive review, but I also didn't hate the game. It was fun sometimes and really pretty, but the level design just wasn't great on many levels. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
So ignoring the grammatical issues that I had, which I can't believe was only 2 years ago, I was a graduate from high school, level design is the biggest problem that I have with this game. I don't know, having 20 levels for each set, I think, is not my biggest issue, by far. I wouldn't even really call it a major, or like a minor issue at this point. It's just kind of like, whatever, I don't really care about that anymore. The not being able to move the camera was definitely an issue. Like not being able to move it directly down, definitely an issue. That I didn't encounter as much this time around, but definitely was like something that's kind of weirdly designed. The precision-based jump to a moving platform is bad. Like, I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy any precision jumps in this game. I realize with a lot of them you can use them to your advantage to get more momentum to like jump off of them or whatever, but that's more of a high skill ceiling thing. And like, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm not great at this game. Like, I'm not really good at it. At any point where I had to stop and do something multiple times, I was totally turned off the game. The last part, where I talk about the hazard bar slapped in the middle of the ramp, that was pretty stupid. Having to go around that hazard bar is pretty stupid. Like, I'd have to play the level again to see exactly what I was talking about. But when it gives me the option to have that momentum that rarely pops up in this momentum-based game, for casual players at least, and to have it stripped away from me, like, it just kind of sucked. It didn't feel good. Gem levels, yeah, I hate them. I mean, there's really not much more to say than that. I don't like the gem levels. Some people like them, I guess, but I would much rather that, like, if they were gone from the game, it'd be a better game, in my opinion. Especially that one. I don't remember what the name of it was, but I hated it so much. With the achievements, I mean, I just played for nearly 2 hours, and I only just hit 100. Maybe if I kept going in the intermediate ones, I would have died significantly more, like I was doing by the end. But I don't know, it just, like, if you enjoy the game enough to play for long enough to where you're gonna die 1,000 times, great. But to me, it was not fun. I don't know about the speed glitch. I don't think there actually is one. I think that was just like YouTube clickbait that I was seeing. But even still, getting any world record is like, I mean, you're not gonna get it unless you practice really, really hard. The world records are from people who practice really, really hard for it, and that's fine. It's a world record. I don't have any beef there. Controller support? I didn't use a controller this time, so I don't really know what to say. The menu thing with the, like, weird decimal ranges, it's like, I talked about that from 2 years ago, but that's still, like, it's still in there for some reason. Like, I don't know why they don't just make it go by increments of 0.25. Now, giving it a 7 out of 10, in my eyes, I was using the grading system based on, like, school, you know? Like, in school, if you get a 70, that's like bare minimum you just barely passed. So for me, that's what that was. Would I change that now? Absolutely. I don't think that kind of scaling works for this kind of thing. I don't think it works for game reviews. I would give it a 4. I would give it a 4 out of 10. Because 5 is like average. It's like your average game. To me, a 5 is like a game that you played, didn't love, but didn't have a bad time with it. So a 5 is like, okay, yeah, like it was a game, you know, like I played it, it was a game. Let's hop into the developers' response. They said, "Thank you for your review," which I think is sarcasm from the start. And then they quoted me, "Designs like these just made it unenjoyable for me. For me personally, not even because the level was challenging, but because the design made it unpleasant to play," which, again, bad credit. And they said, "I had a look at your account information," which they can do, "and you only played 18 of the 106 levels, true. Perhaps you should move on to some of the other difficulties. The bonus stages offer a far wider variety of level types. Some types of levels are completely unique and have never been seen before in a marble game." All I said was the design was bad. Like, this one's kind of like a, yeah, obviously, but also like a, I don't want to do that, because I didn't enjoy the level design, which makes sense. But telling me to play more of it is like, well, I didn't enjoy the way you designed the levels, so why would I enjoy the ones that are further on? But I don't know, like, maybe the bonus stages have a ton of fun levels. I still don't know. I didn't play any of them. Maybe I'll go back and play them. The gem levels are also uninteresting. Homeboy said, again, I would say try out the bonus stage. The beginner stage is only for learning how to play to set you up for the other stages. Not how the entire game is set. Okay. Fair, but the gym levels are in every single set of stages. I don't know about the bonus stages. I'll have to go back and check them out. I'll do that shortly. Not to mention getting any world record is impossible. Nobody's using a speed glitch. You've only completed 18 levels. You probably haven't learned how to play the game to the fullest yet. Yeah, whatever. Controller support is weird. Randomly stops in some menus, blah, blah. They said, we have only just gone through a major UI change. Very few places does the controller not completely work yet. Okay. All I said was it randomly stops on some menus and just doesn't work at all on the option. You didn't have to, like, be all defensive about it. You could have just said, we're working towards fixing it, we're still in early access. You didn't have to include the part where it's very few places does the controller not completely work yet. Like, great. That's fine. It still doesn't work yet. Stop being defensive about it. You can just say, we are sorry, still in early access, still working towards fixing it. And I would have been like, okay, that's fine. I'm just letting you know that it doesn't work. And my favorite part of the review. Perhaps you could try some of the other 88 levels you didn't finish yet, and give the review an update. 7 out of 10 seems like a good score for a negative review. Thanks. Period. That's what pisses me off. That's what pisses me off most about it. You know that? Because this is so passive-aggressive. You can't expect to receive any level of respect after addressing people who've played your game like this. You are getting defensive, passive-aggressive, and you look like a child. That is not how you respond to criticism. You can tell me all day long that, oh, they didn't mean it to be so aggressive. Yes, they did. They absolutely did. They went and looked at my account information so that they could come back with receipts and tell me, yeah, you should play more of the game. Maybe then you'd enjoy it. That's just messed up. I'm gonna play the bonus levels, okay? We're gonna play the bonus levels real quick. Alright, so I see, there's one problem that I see so far. That's that the first 3 levels are gem level. It looks like all of them might be gem level. But you know what? Let's go through and play them. Let's go through and just see how these gem levels are. So there's 29 gems in this one. Okay. And it already has not precision jumping, but it has vertical jumping. Which sucks. Okay, so there's a lot of gems here. That's at least good. I don't have to worry about running all across the map, except I do, because there's 29. I'm not even finishing this. This is already completely unpleasant. That was terrible. You can say, oh, you only played like 3 seconds of it, but I don't care. It was not fun from the start. I don't expect it to be fun later. Got the anti-gravity one. There's 24 gems in this one. So I'm seeing a similar trend to what was happening previously. And that's that there is symmetry in these that requires me to go all across the map. My confusion is I said the gem levels are uninteresting. Don't like them. And so he recommended that I play the bonus stage, where it's more gem level. Like, I'm not having fun right now, by the way. This looks stupid. Why would I want to go through and collect all the gems. I don't. And look, I fell because I suck. And now I have to go through this maze. I have to go through a maze. I'm not gonna do that. Let's check out this gem level. Gonna enjoy this one? No, because all I want to do is go to the finish line. I think the idea of getting collectibles is boring. And of course it's a lot of vertical jumping, which I also hate. What is with these overlapping textures, by the way? Am I just supposed to like assume that they're not supposed to be lined up the whole way? I guess it's supposed to look like that. Oh, but it's not. Because this side they are like... I don't understand. I guess they completely misunderstood why I didn't enjoy the gem levels. I guess they thought, oh, he wanted to collect more gems and go across the map more? Because I didn't. Is this one not a gem level? Okay, this one's not a gem level. That's good. That's an improvement. I enjoy that. This is fun. This is cool. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Oh. 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 Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh lord. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. This is nice. I like this level. This is a good level. That was a fun level. This one looks interesting. Oh dear god. The grip? I don't think it is. Okay. How am I supposed to time this? Okay, I bet I know what to do. I bet I know what to do. Alright. You gotta be pretty precise about it. I like the idea of this one. I bet the world record's like 5 seconds or so. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. This is another gem level and it's vertical. So I'm gonna play it, but I might not play it all the way through. Because I hate it. Am I supposed to go backwards now? That's great. That's well designed. Oh, this one looks interesting. This one looks like it could be fun, but it's a gem level. So that might have just killed it for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on the ramps. I guess I'm supposed to jump. Okay, yeah. Supposed to jump on the ramps. Never just go straight up on the ramp. Oh. Oh. Where am I? Am I supposed to go here? Restart. I bricked that one up. Okay, well... I don't even... What? What? I guess I'm supposed to get to one of those ramps. I don't know. I hate this. This is not intuitive enough for me. I've tried the bonus levels. Bonus 2. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say you need to try the bonus 2 levels. That's what they're gonna say. And to that I say no thank you. No thank you, sir. I will not be doing that. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break, and then I'm gonna come back, collect my thoughts, shove them into a review. In 2018, I reviewed this game for the first time after playing it for about an hour. It's currently 2020, so I decided to try this game out again to see if there was any improvement, and to see how my opinion changed. For starters, I do understand this is a small developer team, but does this game upset my computer? I have recorded myself playing games like Overwatch, modded Java Minecraft, and Valorant, but never before have I heard my PC fans roar up at the startup of a game. It might have been due to the fact that I was recording it with OBS, but the main menu seems to take a surprising chunk of CPU power. Another strange thing was something that hadn't changed since the last time I played. Moving the sliders in the option menu makes the numbers go from 0 to 1 and everything in between, literally up to 4 decimal points. This isn't an issue really, but it just feels unusual. The next thing I noticed was that I was enjoying many of the levels when the game would let me play how I wanted to. I find it enjoyable to use speed and momentum when the game allows you to do so, without needing a lot of skill to maneuver over precision-based jumps. Levels with long, winding paths and downhill slopes were fun and enjoyable. However, there was one instance of the game where I was going through a long, winding level, the Tilted Towers, and I ran into a wedge between a ramp from the path above and the floor I was currently on. I was immediately stuck without an escape apart from the restart button. It was hilarious, but obviously not something that should happen. The precision-based jumps were an unfortunate addition in my opinion. I do understand the decision to add them for people who have the capability to get over them quickly using the physics to their advantage, but I am honestly just not good enough at the game for that. So maybe the game isn't for me, but I just don't like having to take things slow as a more casual player. Worse than the precision jumps were the vertical levels. With the jumps, I have the option to at least try to speed through it, even as somebody not good at the game. With verticality, I simply don't know how to go much faster when I'm forced to climb to the top of a level. The worst case of this was my least favorite level, the scaffold one. It's a gem level, but it's also one you have to make jumps onto blocks and slowly work your way up and down hunting for the gems. It didn't feel good and just felt shoehorned in as a way to add more unique levels. The aforementioned gem levels are the ones where you have to traverse the entire level hunting for gems to collect. Once you have them all, you can proceed to the goal. I hated these. Maybe some people enjoy collectibles and hunting for objects around a 3D platformer, but it did not feel good or fun to me. Lastly was my encounter with the developers of the game. They recommended, based on my previous review, that I play the bonus levels because, quote, the bonus stages offer a far wider variety of level types. Some types of levels are completely unique and have never been seen before in a Marvel game. I agree. The bonus stages offer variety in that the gem levels are somehow worse and more tedious than before because they require more gems all over the place on a small map. It was just boring. I did enjoy the Gravity Well stage though, I recommend that one. They were also very passive-aggressive and defensive towards my criticism. Admittedly, I didn't see everything the game had to offer and enjoyed some of the later stages more. However, when I did not enjoy a stage that was new, I enjoyed it significantly less than any beginner stage I didn't like. I gave the game a 7 out of 10 before, despite the harsh criticism, because I was using the stupid American education system as a reference point. 70% is barely passing. Whereas in the world of reviews, a 7 out of 10 is fairly high. I admit, it was weird and wrong of me to do that. I tried, quote, some of the 88 levels I haven't played yet, and found that I enjoyed some and hated others. I rate this game a 4 out of 10 as it is.